Hi guys, this is Sadik from Debugging.com. In this video, we'll show you how to flash latest LineageOS ROM Android 16 base onto Nothing Phone 2. This has the new UI theming design and the new QoS styles as well. So with that in mind, let's get started. First off, please take a backup of all your data, and when that is done, you may now get the Android SDK from my article, extract them onto your PC. Upon doing so, you will get the following files. Let me show you. These are the files of platform tools. When that is done, now enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. OEM unlocking is required to unlock the phone and USB debugging is required for ADB command. So let's now enable both the toggles onto our phone. For that, go to settings. Then from there, go to about phone, nothing OS and type on build number 7 times. Then go back, go to system, dev options, and from there enable OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. Tap on OK. You might get one more prompt, tap on allow, and with this, the debugging stands enabled. Let's first verify it. For verification, type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools, hit the enter key, then type in the command of ADB devices and verify you are having an ID. As you could see, we're having this ID. If that's all well and good, now you have to unlock the phone, which is quite an easy way out for nothing phone. Simply boot the phone to Fastboot mode. From Fastboot mode, then just type in the command of Fastboot flashing unlock. You'll get a prompt on your phone, so use the volume key to highlight unlock the bootloader and press the power key to confirm. All the steps are shown in the article and the video as well. So please go through them once and get the job done. Once you unlock the phone, re-enable USB debugging once again. Anyways, moving on, you will now get the ROM file from here and all the IMG files as well. The latest ROM file is over here, LineageOS. Go to this link. And from here, get all the required files, the ROM, boot, DTBO, recovery, VB meta, and vendor boot, all the files. Once you have got it, okay, just give me a second. Let me first verify it once. LineageOS, boot, DTBO, recovery. Okay, we have all the files here. Great. When that is done, if you want, you can also use the GApps. I'll show you at the end of the video how to flash it. So for now, I'm using a GApp package as well. Open this link over here and then scroll down. There are quite a few GApps variants. Okay, just give me a second. So for example, the core, the Omni, the basic, stock, and the full GApps. The core has the least number of GApp packages. I'm using this one only. Don't use the Go GApp. Go is for the Android Go phones, which are those phones which have Android, which have RAM of 2 GB or less. So please don't use these one. So core, basic, Omni, stock, or the full GApp with the all GApp packages. Likewise, you may use them from the NIC GApps, Light GApps, Mind the Gaps, or Bit GApps. I'm using the NIC GApp package. So go to this link and click on download now. Then from there, go to the release section. Release is over here. Then choose the Android version, which in our case is Android 16. Then choose the date, which is this one. The latest one is over here. And choose the required GApp package. I'm using the core GApps with the least number of GApps. And I should be having the GApps onto my PC as well. Just give me a second. Compressed, and the GApp packages are over here. Okay, let's copy it and paste it inside the LineageOS folder as well. So with this, we have got all the files. Let's now start with the ROM flashing. So first off, boot the phone to Fastboot mode, which is quite easy. Just type in the command of ADB space reboot space bootloader and hit the enter key. The phone should now be in the Fastboot mode. This will take 4 to 5 seconds at the very max. So let's just wait for that to complete and then type in the command of Fastboot devices and verify you are having an ID. If you're not having any ID, in that case, please install the Fastboot drivers onto your PC. The link for the same are given in my article. Let me show you that as well. This is the link. Install the drivers. Then do a right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section. Verify your phone is shown there as Android bootloader interface. Let me show you that as well. Let's expand the Android phone section now, which is over here. And you could see our phone is shown there. If that's all well and good, now you have to do a downgrade to Android 15, Nothing OS 3. It's a very must. You cannot flash the ROM on the Nothing OS 4, Android 16. You have to do a downgrade on Nothing OS 3.2, Android 15. So go to my article and get the job done. In short, get all the required files. The required files are as follows. You will have the 3 logical files, 1, 2, and 3. Extract them. Then you'll get the firmware file and the boot file, extract them as well. Then keep all the files inside one single folder. For example, in our case, this is all the files. Then get the flash all BAT file. This is given in my article as well. Then launch the flash all BAT file and then we'll flash the firmware in the Fastboot and the Fastboot D mode. Please flash across both the slots A and slot B. It's very important. So if we'll ask you, so flash across both the slots. So please type in Y for the formatting as well. Type in Y. The flashing will carry on, and then you will be on Nothing OS 3. Once that is done, again boot to fastboot mode, and then we will flash off with the ROM file. So let's get going for the LineageOS. Once you are on Nothing OS 3, we could now flash the ROM file with ease without any issue whatsoever. This is the link. So first off, let's flash the boot file. Okay, before that, it's quite obvious. You have to transfer all the files inside the folder of platform tools. So copy all the files from here. You may do a cut as well and paste the file inside platform tools. Then do a renaming as well. So for the GApps, rename them to GApps. Flashing GApps is optional. You must skip them if not required. Then in case of ROM, rename them to ROM and the name becomes rom.zip. If that's all well and good, let's now get started. So first off, let's flash the boot file onto our phone. So copy the boot command, paste the command in the CMD window, which is over here. Hit the enter key. After that, we have the DTBO. So copy the command, again paste the command in the CMD window. Then third, we have the file of VBMeta. Let's copy and paste the command here. After that, we have the vendor boot. So let's copy this command as well and paste the command here in the CMD window. Just give me a second. Let's paste it here. And finally, it's the LineageOS recovery. So let's copy and paste the command as well in the CMD window. And now after that, you may boot the phone to the newly flashed recovery. So type in the command of fastboot reboot recovery, and then you should be inside the LineageOS recovery. Let's paste the command, and that is it. Our phone should now be inside the LineageOS recovery in just a few more seconds. And once that happens, we could then flash the ROM file with ease. So just give it around 10 to 15 seconds at the very max, I suppose, and then we should be inside the recovery mode of the LineageOS recovery. And you will now see we are inside the recovery in just a matter of few seconds. So first off, go to factory reset, format data, format data. When that is complete, you could see data wipe is now done. So go back, apply update from ADB and type in the command ADB devices, verify you are having the sideload keyword. As you could see, we're having the sideload keyword. If that's fine, so let's now flash the ROM file. Type in the command of ADB sideload, the file name which is rom.zip. Hit enter. The flashing will now start, take 4 to 5 minutes. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, that is strange. Just give me a second. There is some issue with this. You could see error in sideload package zip, status 7. Install complete with status 1. Installation aborted. So installation failed. After some time, we are having this issue. So let's try to rectify the bug, which is quite an easy way out. Simply go to the LineageOS downloads page, and from there you will have to get the super_empty_img file, which is a must. And let's now flash the file, and this will rectify all the issues. So let's just get the file from here, start download, and once you have got the file, transfer the file inside folder of platform tools as well. So let's do that. The file will be here only in just a moment. So let's get the file, the super_empty file, copy the file, paste the file inside platform tools and do a renaming as well. For renaming, let's remove the numbers from the very end. That's not required. So let's remove that. Hit enter. And now let's flash the file onto this phone as well. And for that, we have to wipe the super slot. So we'll be using this file to wipe the super slot of our phone via the super_empty_img file. The command for the same is given in my article only. Just scroll up and you will see the command over here only. Just give me a second. In the download section, I suppose the command is there. This is the command fastboot wipe super_empty_img. So copy the command from here and then paste the command in the CMD window. So let's just copy it from here. It's now done. On your phone, go to advanced, reboot to bootloader. Don't choose fastboot because fastboot means the fastboot D. We want the bootloader mode, which is this one. Once you are inside this mode, open the CMD window and now paste the command once again. Hit enter key. This is now complete. So once again, let's now boot the phone back to the recovery mode. So fastboot, reboot, recovery, hit enter. And now we should be inside the LineageOS recovery once again. And now if I flash the ROM file, there should not be any issue whatsoever. Still, let's just verify it once. So we have just wiped the super slot of our phone and now we will be flashing the ROM file once again via the ADB sideload. Let's just see, and we should now be inside the LineageOS recovery. For the sake of reference, let's once again do a factory reset to be on safer side. Format data is now complete. So let's go back, apply update from ADB, and again use the command of ADB sideload, which is over here, rom.zip, hit enter. The flashing will start once again, and this time there will be no issue whatsoever. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, as you could see, the flashing went fine. Now to flash any other zip file, you'll have to first tap on yes, then do a reboot to recovery, and then flash the file. For the sake of reference, let's try to flash the GI packages, which is optional, but I'll show you still. So for that, tap on yes. The phone will now move to the recovery mode once again, and after that you may flash the GI package. Okay, this ADB fail to read command is all normal, nothing to worry about, so please skip this. It's fine and no issue whatsoever. With that said, let's just now flash the GI packages onto our phone. So once the phone reboots to the recovery mode, after that you will have to do an ADB sideload. So apply update from ADB. Now type in the command of ADB sideload, and the file name this time around is gapps.zip. Hit enter. You will get a prompt on your phone. Since the gapps is not a part of LineageOS, this warning is fine. Just tap on yes. The flashing will now start and will take some time depending on the GApp packages. In my case, I'm using the core GApps, which has the least number of GApps. So it will be very fast in my case, but if you're using the, let's say, stock or the full GApps, then that will take a lot of time for flashing. But you could see in my case, it was very fast because we have to flash only, I guess, 4 or 5 GApps were there in my core GApp package. Once that is done, your last action is to do a factory reset once again. Whether you have flashed any file or not, after flashing a ROM file, a factory reset is a must. So both before and after doing flashing the ROM, you have to do a format data, which we have done just now. So now you may go back and tap on reboot system now. The phone will now boot to the OS, and the first booting will take up some time, around 30 to 40 seconds, which is usually all normal, nothing as such to worry about. So with that said, let's just keep a tab on the boot logo or the boot animation. They shouldn't be here anytime soon. So let's just see. After this, I guess we should be having the boot animation, and that will signify that we have flashed the ROM successfully. You could now see we have got the LineageOS boot animation, and now it's just a matter of time before the ROM booting up, and you could now see booting up is now done. So let's now get started with the ROM setup process. Let's next do this as well. Skip the Wi-Fi for now. Next, for this, skip this as well. Next, skip the pin, that's not required for me. Dark theme is fine. Gesture navigation is fine as well. Start. And that is it. We are now inside the new LineageOS. Since I have flagged the GApps, you could see I've got the Play Store as well. And this is the new QS tiles, which we have got finally in the new LineageOS build. You may also do a resizing of the tiles. For that, choose a tile, drag it to increase the size, and then you may also lower it down. You may decrease the size as well by dragging to the left. This is quite simple. Just hit the back key and you could now see the size is now increased. Apart from that, let's see what all is new. So this is the new UI as well. Then if you go to any menu, you will see they have their own separate sections. The sliders have also changed now, which is also great to see. Then first off, let's go to the display section. Adaptive brightness, screen timeout, dark theme, pure black. Okay, standard is also new. So this will force enable black or dark theme across all the apps. For example, Amazon that does not support black theme by default, but this will force enable dark theme on that as well. Then you also have the pure black. Let's keep it enabled. Rotation settings, smooth display 120 Hz at all time. Tap to sleep is working. Double tap to wake is also working. Great. Let's go back. Then we have the wallpaper and style section. From here, the clock, you could see the new UI. Only one single clock style is there. You may make it more dense or light from here. Then you may change the colors of the clock, make it more darker or lighter, as you could see over here. Let's keep it lighter, and this is the wallpaper style color. You may change the size. Once done, hit the apply button. You may add the shortcuts at the bottom left and right of the screen. One is the DND, the other should be the torch. Okay, left one is the DND, right should be the torch. Then hit apply. Then let's go to the home screen, and over there you may change the wallpapers from here. There are a few inbuilt wallpapers. Apart from that, what all we have, you may change the themes from here, as you could see. Okay, to apply this theme, you will first have to turn off the pure black theme. Let me show you. If I apply the themes from here or from here, hit the apply button, you will see the theme is not applied because we have the pure black enabled. So go to display, and first off dark theme, and turn off pure black, and theming is now enabled, as you could see, which is great. Then apart from that, the icon shapes can be changed from here as well. Enable themed icons, and it's now implemented. Tap on apply. Icon layout 5x5 is the one which I use. We have till 6x6, but this is fine. The 5x5 is the one. Then let's go back. After the display and the wallpaper size is done as well, let's go to the system section. Buttons, add long swipe action. Let's say launch the camera. It is working as well. Power menu, advanced restart is there. Let's see what all we have to offer at stake. The system, recovery, fastboot, and the fastboot D. I wanted the system UI as well, but still it's fine. Not a major issue with this. Wake device with the volume panel positioning can be changed. Take a partial screenshot. Show or hide the icon status bar from here, system icons. Then enable quick pull down, let's say right hand side. It's working as well. Then clock positioning can be changed. Show seconds, it's now added, as you could see at the top left of your screen. Battery style is fine. Battery percentage inside the icon, now it's fine. Then gestures, let's see, double press power button to open the camera or wallet. That is it. No other third-party app. Gesture navigation, tap to check phone, left to check phone are all enabled. Status bar, which we have seen already. System update, you may install the updates from here or via the ADB sideload. The choice is all yours. Then I guess that's just about it, nothing else. About phone, and you will see the latest build is over here. If you long press it here and see the home settings, notification access for the launcher, Reboot launcher, which is the LineageOS launcher, let's give it the access. Go back, you may hide the apps from here and show them back. Then also enable theme icons in the app drawer. And let me now show you, they are now implemented with the transparency effect is there as well. So guys, that's all from this video. If you have any query, let me know in the comment section. And thank you for watching the video.